Hey everybody, how's it going? So today I decided to go ahead and do the Titan demo for everybody. I know a lot of you were saying that you wanted to see it. Um, there's a lot of videos that are already out on that. I'll do my best to give my interpretations and perspective on that. Maybe I can still give you guys a little something that you might not have heard before. I'll do my best to try to explain the scale to you because that's really the biggest thing with this demo here. The size of the sun compared to Earth and everything else, and then the larger stars beyond that. On a 2D screen, you don't really get the idea as well. You can see the sun next to the Earth, which is obviously huge on a 2D screen, but when you're actually in there with it, to see the sun, I have to tilt my head. Once I'm moving right along it, I have to tilt my head all the way up and all the way down just to get it all in one view. I mean, it's huge. So let's jump into that, see how that goes. It can be a bit of a long demo, so I'm going to skip some of the smaller moons and whatnot to try to get to the end. Let's see how long we can do this in. So here we go. So we have Titans of Space and beyond. So let's go ahead and just jump right into this one. So I got my Rift here, trusty Rift right here. Get this nice and ready. Turn the sound down so that you guys may not hear the music this time. I'm hoping, at least. This is the third time trying to get that right. Hopefully I did. So let's just go right in. So we're going to hit play. We got Rift, 1280 by 800. We're going to jump on into that. Alright, as soon as this wants to not freeze anymore, I'll put it on. Sometimes it'll freeze for just a second. Oh, wait. No, I think we made it. Did we get there? All right, so let's put it on and do the calibration that it wants me to do here. Okay, so first of all, this menu and interface is great because it's right where it needs to be. It's huge and it's right in your face. That sounds wrong, but I am talking about the interface screen. All right, so face forward, hit spacebar, done. Now look straight up, and it knows. Next, look to your left, left. To your right. Right. Alright, now this is crazy right here. This is actually really awesome. I don't know exactly what you guys can see there, but it just reminds me, this is like as if I were teleported into an old school arcade game or something. I mean, it's ridiculous. There's all these, I mean, I have to literally turn my head. It's like, let's just say you're in Vegas, or you know, even better, not even Vegas. Let's just say you're in Times Square. You're right in the middle. You know, you got flashing signs everywhere. This is like if you were an ant and you were put right into it. You're sitting there like, wow, and you're looking around at all these crazy signs in Times Square, and this is kind of like that. I mean, these things are big. You can read everything. Everything is great size. I gotta actually tilt my head around to see all this stuff. None of this really matters. There's a few things here I want to toggle though. The vertical sync we want on. I'm not adjusting the frame of view because that's fine. I don't care about the frame rate. Rift only mode. B or gamepad B to reset. No, we don't want to do that. I don't know what my IPD is. I have never had that professionally measured. So we're going to just assume that 64 is going to do it. The prediction is just has to do with where you're looking. If it thinks you're going to keep looking that direction, it'll try to go ahead, and that kind of helps to have this thing predict where you're looking and where you're going to look. It actually does a pretty good job, so we're gonna leave it alone. How the hell do I get started? Press enter. All right, start the tour. Okay, so I'm gonna actually turn my speakers on so I can get a little bit of sound here. Alright, so they start you here at Earth. I mean, and right away, you look over here and you're just like, Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, the sheer size of the sun in this is ridiculous. It's the biggest object that I've seen in any VR demo so far. You know, there's one demo, Planet One, where you're flying around on the moon, and those have giant spheres. this trumps this by a million. I mean, it's just here. It's huge. I mean, you can see me looking straight up just to see the top of the sun. This is me looking straight. The whole sun engulfs me, and now I'm looking down. I wish I could see over the edge here. So you have a little avatar here. You got a little suit guy. Turn around to the back of the seat. What else? You got Jupiter. You got Mars out in the distance there. It's hard to judge a distance because you're supposed to be in space, so it's really hard to call. But I will say this, man. I mean, even just looking up like this out into space, while this crazy moon comes near you, and I think I can. Can I zoom in? Oh shit, that wasn't zoom in. What's it? Spacebar. There we go. Yeah, spacebar. You can zoom in, but it screws with the 3D a lot. It's not really worth it. Like, you know, right now I'm zoomed in on Earth, and it's not really worth it. So we don't want to zoom in. Zooming into the sun is futile. You don't need to do that. So again, no more zoom. What I will say about this is, actually, I thought I'd be kind of bored with the information on my screen here. But there's actually some pretty cool facts about some of the moons and planets and all. So anyway, we're gonna continue on here. So autopilot takes you on a little path of its own here. But it's a little ironic they put this giant sun and Earth and everything to awe you. But I just want to look out into the stars that way because, I mean, Jesus Christ, they bring you around the sky. I can't even explain how large this thing is. There's nothing to compare it to. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I wish I had something for you. I know in my other videos I do a much better job of, explaining the size of everything. I can't do that in this one. I wouldn't even know where to start. There's nothing I can think of on Earth that I've seen that nearly compares to this at all. And I feel like I'm leaning back almost just to try to take it all in. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. So Venus, we're gonna skip by, and this little pod here feels really good. Actually, it's great. It's great size. It's great that you get your little avatar, even though my legs don't match up with his. The screen is very easy to read, and again, you don't really notice what is it, the distance between the pixels on this one as much because most of everything you see is black anyway. So that really helps a lot. So we got Mars. This thing actually looks tiny. I mean, it looks like not an oversized basketball, but I'd say like an oversized beach ball that somebody just put in my face. That's like one of those blow-up ones for the beach. That's what this feels like right now. I just have one of those pretty close to my face. But again, like let me see if I get right here. The sun is in my entire field of view. I can't see anything outside the sun right now. It's ginormous. And the best way that I can explain this to you guys, other than looking at a 2D screen, is just picture that you're sitting somewhere in real life, and just think of something either being real close to you or just ginormous that took up your whole field of view. Again, whether you're close to it or not. I mean, this is that. It's huge. Absolutely huge. Can't put a unit of measurement on this, but I mean, it is grand. It is quite grand, folks. Quite grand. And this music's really calming as well. I really actually kind of enjoy that as it just takes you on this little journey here. You can see little particles out in the distance there. Yeah, they're a little weird because of the pixelation. I don't really like it, so I'm not going to stare at it anymore. This looks like the size of if someone put a baseball right here. That's how big that is. A baseball, let's see, in front of my face, right here. Baseball. I don't know where my screen is. I don't want to hit it, but let's keep going. If you guys care about the facts, I would invite you to just try the demo, in 2D and just read it. They're actually pretty good. Pretty cool little facts. Some stuff I didn't know and was actually interested to know. Let's see, now Jupiter, what does this feel like? Largest planet in the solar system. Distance from sun, 5.2 AU. I don't really know what an AU is, other than it's a distance, or a measurement of distance. I don't really know what AU stands for. Astronomical unit would be my guess. That's not a far-fetched guess. So we can turn all the way around. The 3D on the back of the seat is really off though. They didn't take much time on that, so it kind of hurts my eyes to stare right at that. But again, still look at the sun from, even though we've moved away from the Earth now, and I really want to look around this chair, but I can't. Can't look around the chair. So we're back forward again. All right, we'll continue on. And this one doesn't really make you dizzy like the others, probably because there's just so much space and a few celestial objects, if you will. You just feel like you're gliding through space. It doesn't really feel like anything. So these little moons here, also good size, a little bigger than that beach ball that I was talking about. They certainly don't feel like, if you pretended to be in a spaceship right now, these things are way too tiny. So it's not really to scale like that. And I just want to point out, I had a friend try this, and he goes, "Look, Jess, it's the planet 10." Nope, that's not 10. That would be Io. Planet Io. Just want to point that one out. Europa. So when things go bad on Earth, Europe's going to take over this tiny moon here. So that's going to be a good time. We need planet Estados Unidos, so we can fill it with a lot of mixed people. That'll be a fun time as well. Alright, we're going to continue on here. Again, this is a long demo. Let's keep going. So again, the gliding part, again, you don't feel sick at all. It just feels like you're gliding around space, and there's not enough, I guess, places to pinpoint to really give you any kind of motion sickness. You're floating around. That's pretty much it. Now we have Saturn. Distance from Sun, 9.5 AU. Volume, 764 Earths. So that's a lot of Earths. So this guy's pretty big. It's a lot of Earths. So as we look back, I can now, the Sun almost fills my entire view here, but not quite all of it. I mean, it's still ginormous, and if you can see, and again, I'm pointing as if you see this, but all the way out into the distance, there's that little speck. I'm pretty sure that's Earth. So we are inconsequential compared to the rest of our solar system, and then you guys will see some stars from other solar systems. And this does a really great job of making you really understand how small and insignificant we actually are. And for those of you who do not believe in Earth, or I'm sorry, do not believe in life outside of this solar system, I invite you to look up just the sheer number of other stars and solar systems in just our Milky Way galaxy, let alone the entire galaxy, and then multiply that by how many known galaxies there are. If we were the only thing out there, that would be an incredible waste of space. And this I didn't know. Pan right here. This little moon, if you will, just kind of hanging out right there. Silly Pan. Got lost. Nobody picked him up. Just outside waiting after soccer practice for his mom to pick him up. Never made it. Never made it. He got lost out here in the rings of Saturn. Parents of the year. So we have Titan, or as I prefer to call it, Titan. Just has a better ring to it, Titan. You get some more moons here, nothing crazy. I'm gonna just skip past these guys here. Again, I invite you to take a look at it. A lot of good. They give you info on most of this. Again, very, very easy to read. Through the Rift, you normally have trouble reading things, but they made the text big enough that even though it's pixelized, you can clearly see it. Like for example, let's try to do this. If the first T there in Titan, the first T, if I were to count the pixels that go across, not the top of the T, but the long part of the T, let's see. Maybe this will help you guys understand. Alright, we got... Shit, this is hard. Okay, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 7 pixels across is what I can see. Maybe that'll help you guys to really understand how pixelated it is. 7 pixels across the bottom of the T when I look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's like 7 to 8, something in there, but I think it's 7. So that's how big the pixels are in the Rift. I do hope that gives you guys somewhat of a better perspective. Let's move on. Grand music. Lots of marching. I'm gonna turn it down in case this is too much on you guys here. I hope you can still hear me okay. I'll try to speak up just in case. So we have Saturn here, flying around Saturn. Oh, there's the anus. The anus is hiding behind Saturn. I was wondering, who the hell named this thing Uranus? I mean, it had to have been a jokester. It just doesn't even make any sense. One of 2 ice giants, coldest atmosphere in the solar system. Oddly enough, it's the coldest, but it's not the furthest out. So that's a little perplexing. So again, I like to just look out in space here. Now here, it looks more like I'm looking at the end of space. Like it looks like a black dome with sparklies in there, and so right now is the only time I can think of where it looked like a closed dome. It's probably because I'm getting near the end of the demo here, the furthest out. But I will say, when you're closer to the sun, you can look out into the stars, and it really looks like it goes forever. But yeah, right now, especially when I look up, it looks like I can see a roof, like a black roof with sparklies. It looks like it has a. It's not a finite distance. But, yeah, so it looks like I'm kind of in a cage right now. So let's move on, so I don't have to deal with that anymore. Okay. Looking down to see my keyboard, and I see autopilot. Not exactly what I was looking for. Got my hand on the enter though. We're good to go. Good to go. More moons, also very cool. I'm just gonna skip them now. Titania. It's the sister of Titan. Titania and Titan. Oberon. That's the lost transformer there. Oberon. He just decided to come out here and hang out for a while. Well, that's a cool view. They got me all turned around. But they're gonna set it right. They're gonna set it right. Uranus. What up, Uranus? Just want to get away from the anus here. Hi, Neptune. This might be. Actually, Neptune's pretty huge, but I think this is the one where they say it's just a giant storm. Oh, nope, Ice Giant. Ice Giant 2. 57 plus Earths. Very active weather, highest wind speeds in solar system. Jesus Christ. 2100 kilometers per hour. I don't know what that is in miles per hour, but it's a lot. It's a lot. So if you want to get one of those wind suits on and float around in the atmosphere, I'm sure you could. Triton. So again, this is I would say this feels like maybe a little bigger than a basketball size right in my face. Moving on. We need to get out to Pluto and then shoot back for the real kit and caboodle here. The kit and caboodle. I would love to try to count the amount of pixels across one of this Eris moon here, but I can't. There's too much movement. I couldn't tell you guys, so that's why I'm hoping when I did the T, the 7 or 8 pixels maybe helps you guys understand how big, how the pixelation works. I can't remember anyone else pointing that out. So Sun, Earth is the bluish one there, extremely tiny compared to the Sun. Crazy. Actually, did I lie to you? That's Earth. That was Earth. It's definitely Earth. Alright, so here we go. So after you see that massive, massive scale, all these planets, how huge they are, you get the Sun, you see little Earth down there. Little Earth, so 1.3 million Earths large. I mean, that's pretty fucking big. 4.57 billion years old. So I just want to point this out. The other suns that they're going to show us are nowhere near this. I believe they're in the millions. So is our sun dying? Is this thing going to blow soon? That just seems really old to me, unless that's a typo. So again, you see itty-bitty Earth down there, ginormous sun there, and then, wham! Pollux. Sounds like a STD. Oh, Pollux. Back to ravage us again. So you get a little bit of I would say that's what, 12 times the size of our sun. I mean, look at itty bitty Earth down there, and then fucking Pollux. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, it's just absolutely ginormous. Even on a 2D screen, you have to be able to see the scale difference here. But to actually be in here, I mean, it surpasses everything. It's in Gemini. Power output of 43 suns. The volume, it's 2,854 suns. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, how small are we? Seriously, ridiculous. We're gonna move on a little bit more. We're gonna do a flyby of the STD here. Not the kind of educational purpose I was looking for, but I think we'll deal with it. So now it's like, oh, look at the itty bitty sun, and I can't even see Earth now. And then, bam, you got Pollux. I mean, it's just confirmed to have a planet orbiting it. That planet is 2.3 times the size of Jupiter. I mean, that would make sense. That's still pretty tiny, but I mean, that would at least be a somewhat comparable scale, I guess, to Earth and Sun. Not really, but maybe a little bit more. Alright, here we go. One more. So Pollux is devastatingly large. Oh, Rigel! What up, Rigel? How we doing? Just, again. And the other one was what? That's 12 million kilometers? This is 103. I mean, I mean, sheer number alone, they don't do a great job of scale, I guess, at this point. Well, no, they still do. They still do. But this is just, I mean, to know that this even exists, and this is just one random one that, you know, astronomers pointed out and found. I mean, you know there's crazier shit out there than this. I mean, can you imagine if we had a planet this big, how easily we would stop fighting over land and religion and all kinds of stupid bullshit? I mean, if you had that much room, you would never even see another person if you didn't want to. It's crazy. It's just crazy. Crazy, I tell you, crazy. And then, oh no! Oh no, we got the Big Daddy, the VY Canis Majoris. So this is close to 2 billion kilometers. I mean, Jesus Christ. That's just... Red hypergiant, largest known star in the galaxy. Volume, 12 billion of our suns. I mean, again, and the sheer size of this in the Rift is ridiculous. And what's funny is you see this is like the same size as the sun was, but then in comparison, the sun is now a dot. So, yeah. And I mean, even Rigel's not looking too good in comparison. And look at the STD Pollux. He's got nothing on this guy. Nothing on this guy. I mean, you can even see me. I have to look all the way straight up just to read this shit. Going back down. And, yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Nearing the end of its life and expected to explode in the next 100,000 years, leaving behind a black hole. Well, we can all look forward to that, can't we? Just enough to throw off our rotation and possibly suck us in. Oh no, Rigel, where you going? No. Oh Jesus. I mean, I can barely see the ends of it. I mean, I have to my head has to go in an entire circle just to keep an eye on the edges of this thing. I mean, ridiculous size. And again, in any Rift demo, I've never seen them be able to make something that big. And I was actually talking to a programmer about it, and there was some restrictions to how many floating points they could have, but I guess they found a way around it with this. So I mean, here you go. I mean, look how fucking big that is. And you can see Earth again, tiny down there. Like that big planet, that's not even it. Earth is behind that, closer to the sun. So it's like a dot in comparison to the STD, Rigel, and the VY Canis Majoris. I mean, just insanely large. So they're gonna suck a few things in. I don't know where they're going with this exactly. I don't want to go though. I don't want to go. Don't do it. Jesus. All right. So just as a comparison, there's our sun, our tiny speck Earth, and then this giant thing that who knows how that was created over how many years? But good God. All right, we're gonna keep on going. Keep on going. Keep on floating. Where we going, autopilot? Where you taking me? So again, little itty bitty speck down there is Earth with a giant sun next to it, and then this towering thing that I can almost no longer see anymore from here. Oh, Earth, how you doing? What's up? What's up, little Earth? I see you. Universe. Okay, I kind of stole this guy's line here. Universe is a pretty big place. If it's just us, it seems like an awful waste of space. Yeah, you know what? I actually went back in time and said that. Then I had a little bit of an arm wrestling match with this Carl person. He won, and so I told him he could have the line. It's not a big deal or anything. I didn't know it would pop up here later in time. let's back on out of here. So now they're trying to show the distance that the Earth is to the sun. So they're taking us far and far away. I can't see behind this damn thing here. Is Earth coming up? Can I see it? What's actually happening? No. Okay, there we go. Earth's actual orbit. I mean, pretty far away. 1 AU. Look at that. There's that AU again. All right. So they're just showing orbits here. They're gonna stick some other suns in there. I'm all turned around now. I know I'm not facing the screen anymore. I feel like I'm to the right. I can't. Pluto's got the weird orbit. Stupid Pluto. Trying to be the rebel, the problem child. I don't want to do the regular orbit. I'm gonna be irregular. Irregular orbit. That's great. All right, so here's Pollux placed at the center of our solar system. Okay, ready? And now there's Rigel, freaking huge. Earth would probably melt or catch fire at that point. And then we're gonna put the big boy. Yep, Earth's gone. Earth is just gone. Jesus fucking Christ! Again. I mean, that's a big sun. We don't need a sun that large. Oh no, black hole. Oh shit! Warning. Autopilot offline. Loss of control. Loss of control. Wax melted. Gibberish. Gibberish. It's full of stars. No, I don't want it. I don't want it. No. No. And I'm dead. Just like that. Thanks for playing Titan. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Alright, let's get out of here and take this off. Alright. So, so again, we got, my face is sweating from being in that. I don't know, you can probably tell. So that's what I was saying. If you're in the Rift for even a little bit, just lots of sweating, lots of that awesome sweating and fun stuff. So, so I mean, yeah, that's it. If you want to get a good sense of scale, try this out when you get it. Educational, lots of information on all those STD planets. You got scale, size, everything. It's all good. It's all good. So I'm gonna cut this one short. Hopefully I can get around to doing Half-Life 2 in the near future, as well as some other demos. Team Fortress 2 is pretty interesting. I want to do that. I'm going to cut this off now, as I think I've been recording for about a half hour. So thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, anything like that, any requests of things you want me to try to review and critique and size up for you, just let me know. Okay? See you guys in the next video. Appreciate you stopping by. Take it easy. See you later.